Welcome, everybody, to our workshop, our Thriving in a Digital World final workshop for the week during National Library Week. Roz and I are here to do a introduction to eBooks through our Wolfgram library site. My name is Teresa Edge. I'm one of the library faculty members here, the liaison to the School of Business and the Science Division in Arts and Sciences. And Roz, you are.
Oh, the head of, I
I'll
need to
do
let
it. Go
people in.
ahead.
No, thank you. I can't talk and click at the same time. Um, I'm the head of collection management. Oh, it says it on here. Head of
No,
collections and resource management. And I'm liaison to the School of Engineering.
perfect. So we're just going to do an introduction to a few of our ebook platforms today. We actually have several different platforms where that you might encounter ebooks through searching our collection, but we're going to highlight the ones that you are most likely to encounter when searching through our discovery or using our databases. So I'm going to go ahead and let Roz get started on our EBSCO platform.
Okay, and okay, I need to share my screen. Do you want to
Oh,
go
do you
one
want?
more slide and then I'll,
Sure. Yep.
um, I'm sort of excited to share these changes with the EBSCO ebooks. It happened last week, so I've only had about a week or so to play with these changes. But because Adobe Digital Editions is not compatible, compliant with ADA Title II, and more importantly, is not compatible with European standards, which have gone into place, EBSCO one of our vendors had to find a different solution for the ebook platform. And so now they use something called the Thorium Reader. I will show you the Thorium Reader. It is now available on all public computers, and students can download it. And faculty and staff can request IT to load it onto their computers. It will be, as asset management moves along, it'll be standard on everyone's system. And anyway, the Thorium Reader is sort of exciting, but there's a lot of limitations. It's um, you can only use the functionality in ebook, in EPUB format, not in PDF. It's only available on the EBSCO ebook platform among the ebooks we have. And so there's a few extra steps involved. So let me show you. Let me share my screen. Um, okay, replace current share. And I am showing you this. Hopefully everyone can see. Can you see the Wolfgram Memorial Library homepage?
Yeah,
Okay,
we're good,
thank you.
Roz.
So I'm going to start at the homepage. Typically people will start their search where it says start your search. If you're searching ebooks alone, you can click ebooks, and you'll only get ebooks. But for this session, we are interested in only showing you certain platforms. And so I am going to go to our largest EBSCO ebook platform, the EBSCO ebook collection. There's also the academic collection. I'm just picking the EBSCO ebook collection. And I'm doing a very simple search. If all the stars align, I might get to Edinburgh on a vacation this summer. And so I'm just searching Edinburgh. Um, Under each of these, there are access options. Some of these say Access Now ebook. That isn't going to give you the EPUB option. You can access the book, but it is not going to give you the Thorium Reader that I want to show. So I'm doing Paris, Edinburgh, cultural connections. I can click on um, EPUB full text, and this is where there are extra steps. This is not for the faint of heart, but for annotating, for using the text-to-speech features of the Thorium Reader, you'd have to then click the download button. You have three options here: chapters only. That's not what you want for the Thorium Reader. The full ebook download. I'm not signed in yet. So this is actually a good example. You need to have a MyEBSCO account. And oh, it signed me in. It uses, if you have a MyEBSCO account, it's just basically using your single sign-on. The Thorium Reader is passphrase protected. You don't always need to generate a new passphrase, but what I found was might as well click on and can you see this? Can everyone see this? Okay. Generate the new passphrase and then copy it and then click download.
EPUB.
Oh, EPUB, thank you. See, that is the other thing. So it says EPUB recommended for mobile devices. That threw me. Thank you, Teresa. So PDF you can download. You can open it in the Thorium Reader, but all you're getting is a PDF sitting in another device. To get the full functionality of this reader, you need to click on EPUB, click on download. And I probably downloaded this, only once. I am then going to open the Thorium Reader and hopefully move it. Can you see the Thorium Reader? Or do I?
No. Oh,
No? Okay. So I have to stop and share again. Here is the Thorium Reader.
there you go. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And now there is a settings button. I want it in English. I want the enhanced screen reader experience checked. And to show the international aspect of this, French library accounts can activate some system. You definitely need to be in a public library in France. And this is optional, an annotations creator. There are some keyboard shortcuts for when you get comfortable with the Thorium Reader. But let's just skip to import the publication. It is Paris, Edinburgh. I had a couple others there just in case this didn't work. And I recently added this Paris, Edinburgh book. It asks for the passphrase, which I had copied. And now we're in the reader. Let me show you some of the features and functionality. These are the options, the playback speed. You can control the playback speed. So I'm going to make it just a little bit faster. The only choice is English, and there are three options for the voice.
Roz, I'm actually not seeing.
Any of this?
Uh-uh.
Oh,
I'm seeing your landing page with the book covers. So if
okay.
it's a pop-up or something, we're not seeing that.
Okay, let's stop. Thank you.
Are you
And
sharing your whole screen when you share?
I thought I was. Oh, maybe I wasn't. Okay, let's share this. I'm trying so hard not to share the junk on my.
I know.
Okay, I see. Yes. Okay.
That's
Um,
better.
okay, so let's see if this works. Okay, here is, that was the about publication. Let's go back. Can you see the screen?
No, it
Nope.
stopped sharing.
Okay. Let
Or we're
us,
seeing you.
right. Okay. but I want to share, oh, screen two and not that application window. Okay. You can now see the
Your
thorium
bookshelf.
bookshelf. So you missed the part where I imported a
No, we saw all
publication.
that. That was all
Oh, you
okay.
did?
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you. So here is Paris to Edinburgh. You can
there
still
you
see it.
go.
I see the green line. Thank you. Okay. Pub the TTS options. So I changed the playback speed, which defaults to 1 time, to 1.5 times, just because it's very slow. There are 3 choices of voices. There is only 1 choice of language, and you can play with how you want something highlighted as you're reading along. Um, and so let's just start text to speech.
And we're not getting the volume.
Oh, you're not hearing it?
Uh-uh.
Okay. So I can turn up the volume, but I don't think you're
I don't know
seeing
if
it
that would
move.
matter. Yeah,
Okay.
it's probably not sharing sound. That's a bummer.
So you can't,
Oh, okay. Maybe there's an
it's
option in the share feature
let's
in Zoom.
in Zoom.
Mm,
And I don't want to take up too much time. I think the problem is oh, let's see. I can't move this. If I move this to here, you no longer see, you only
we're,
see my landing page again, right?
we see the bookshelf. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm just going to move this. Okay, audio. Um, I'm checked using a different speaker and moving. Can you see this again? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can't
No,
hear?
no.
Okay.
That's a
Sorry. So
bummer.
there's a voice. I can change the background, and the color, and you can preview it. This, how you want it read to you. That's not from this book. And oh, I have to go back here. And then it will look different when I'm reading it, but you can't hear me. Okay. So you can change the display. I'm sorry that you can't hear the sound. Um, you're also able to annotate, highlight, change the color, add tags. Um, you can bookmark certain sections. And all of this is to be ADA compatible and to help other people. I also did find that in the Thorium Reader, if you can load PDFs, you can pull anything that you've saved to your device, you just don't have the same functionality. Um, but if someone's doing a little research and finds a few eBooks that are available in the Thorium Reader and find some articles and you just want them all in one place, you could stick them in the Thorium Reader. So I will stop sharing and
All right. Yep. Well, was that all you
yeah,
wanted
that
to
was
cover,
all.
Russ?
Yes,
Okay.
that was about all I
Cool.
wanted to cover.
Okay.
Other than maybe the different voices, but if you can't hear one, um, And I will put the URL in of the Thorium re to download. If anyone
Mhm.
has wants to download the Thorium reader on their personal device, I'll put it in the chat.
Great. Thank you. Does anybody have questions for Roz before we move forward? Okay. So I'm going to move on to our ProQuest platform for ebooks. It's ProQuest eBook Central. You can, as we mentioned earlier, you can land in this platform from our general library discovery search, or you can search it directly. And it contains ebooks across many academic disciplines and also has tools for taking notes and citations. Um, so I am just going to go directly to that. So hopefully everyone is seeing ProQuest eBook Central landing page. I'm going to go to advanced search just because I like the ability to combine terminology a little more clearly. So for my example search, I'm going to do climate change and education. You can also on the right limit in a variety of ways. So for example, let's say I only want things published since 2020. I'm going to put in those years. And I'm going to go ahead and complete the search. So this is searching only within the ProQuest ebook um, platform. It shows on the left my limits to the years that I have selected. And there are some other filters you can use on the left if you wish. So you can limit to particular broad subject categories, particular languages. So you can see there's actually many international language books in the collection, and by particular authors as well. Each book listed, in this is sort of the short, list of um, short entries. So they have shortcuts to actions for each one right from this page. You can download, you can read online, you can look at the table of contents, you can add to your bookshelf. I think it's more helpful to open and look at the complete record first. So I'm going to look at climate change for dummies just because that's fun. And that'll open the full record with more information and more options. The important pieces of information are, or some of the important pieces are, will be listed under availability. So this can be different for every book on the platform. So you do want to look, you can read all of them online, no issues at all. That's easy. But that means also that if you want to return to it, like you have to have a way to either find it again, search for it again, or you can also save it to your bookshelf, and I'll show you how that looks in a little bit. Um, if you want to read it offline, or any parts of it offline, then you would want to do the downloads. So this particular book, the download option, some books you can download and keep forever. Some books you can download and it has an expiration date and it will go away. This is one of those that don't know why, but you have access to it for a year. So you can download it and, return to it on your device wherever you're keeping it. And a year from now, when you forget that you don't actually own it, it'll expire. But that's okay. You can come back and download it again. There are also limits to how much you can download as a chapter. So that's another way that you can access the material. If you're working your way through a book, you can do a chapter at a time for offline reading, or if you want to, again, read it in a different type of device. It does track your how much you've downloaded, but it resets in 24 hours. So, like if I download a chapter now, it'll know how many pages I downloaded, and this is linked to your university login account. So because I was already logged in, we didn't get that. But if you're accessing it from somewhere, you'll be prompted to log in with your credentials, and it kind of knows who you are. So it will track that a bit. But you could come back tomorrow and download a different chapter. So that's kind of a different way to get at a bulk of the material if you wish. Um, for this one, sort of like Roz mentioned the Thorium Reader, this ProQuest still uses the Adobe. Sorry, here we go.
And you know what I
No.
just found, and we will play with this, that
Oh, thank you. No.
there are some ProQuest books that you can choose EPUB
Yes,
and download it and open it in the Thorium Reader.
Thorium.
Yeah. It didn't work
um,
yesterday. It's working today.
oh, good. So I just did, I selected to download the publication. I'm telling it that I'm on my own computer. And then this will take me, I'm not going to install it right now, but this uses Adobe Digital Editions, which is what EBSCO used previously as well. It's a pretty standard. It is not the same as Adobe Reader. It is a separate download. It's free to download. But that is something that you would need to do to be able to access this in full off for offline reading, time reading. So I do just wanted to point that out. Um, on the left, there are options to, again, read online, to download the book, same option as mentioned before. You can add to bookshelf. And this is a way to be able to return to it at a later time. You would still have to come to ProQuest eBook Central to the database, but once you log back into that, like if I do add to bookshelf, I'll say add item, I'm done. And then if I come back to the top, I can look at my bookshelf and it's there. So that's an easier way than trying to maybe find it through searching again. Also, you can see where it says I have 5 annotations. I can jump in and look at this actually. You can annotate the online version, so it's keeping again linked to your login, so it'll keep your annotations, and you can jump to shoot. I just did this. Oh yeah, it shows you there. So these are like some places that I highlighted, and you can select highlight or message at the top. So the message button will, like, you can basically put a sticky note and save that on the side, and you can reopen it and look at it later. You can select highlight and highlight certain pieces. It will actually store that for a later time. Sometimes it seems, oh yeah, if I double click, I can change the color of my highlighter to indicate different things, just like we do, in print in real life. And that will all stay if you have it on your bookshelf. And even if you didn't save it to your bookshelf at first, the act of annotating or highlighting will automatically add it to your bookshelf for a later time. So just so you are aware of that. Let's see. Still my bookshelf. Let me go back a little bit. All right, so this is back to the landing page for this particular book. If I scroll down a little bit, the description is the abstract or summary of the book, and then you can go directly to the table of contents. So you can jump to a particular relevant chapter or part. So this is actually bigger parts and then shows subsections. These are individual chapters. If I open a chapter, I get a few more options. So you can see here that this is how, you can go through and just read it online. It also opens the function on the left to search within this book. So um, if I want to look for where they're talking about nuclear energy, I can search for nuclear. And on the left, it'll give me an indicator bar of where that term appears. And if I click on that and click on a certain one, it'll actually jump to and highlight where that term is appearing in the text. So that's kind of a quicker way, especially students. Most aren't going to sit and read the book from front to back, right? But if you're looking for a particular section, particular topic, you can use that functionality to find the most relevant pieces of the book. On what did I just do? Okay, we'll download. That is a different. Let me back up a bit. Go back into a chapter. Okay. So we did search within the book, and then you can navigate throughout the book using the table of contents on the left. On the far left, there's another bar with shortcuts to other access options. So the book details, table of contents, annotations. So this will show where you can go directly to where, like if I had annotations from before. This is the search within. And I also will mention that there is a new research assistant, AI research assistant built into ProQuest now. So this is relatively new. It's not available for every chapter. It will give a description of the book and some added functionality. So at the bottom, I can show key takeaway from this chapter. Again, this is only for certain titles, but it will give some key takeaway information, concepts discussed and defined in the particular chapter. One thing to note is that this AI tool is pulling information directly only from within the ProQuest database and the sources. Here, it is not generating from any other training information or from anything on the free web. It's only creating AI summaries from information already from within this database directly. So you can use that for what it's worth. Let's see, what else? I did that, highlight notes. I think that might be the bulk of what I plan to show for ProQuest. Anyone have any questions about that before I move on?
I found something. If you go back to the
Mm-hmm.
advanced search screen, which I never look at,
Mm-hmm.
there's an EPUB option for the download format, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
think it's available for everything,
Mm-hmm.
but for titles that it's available for, they can be pulled into the Thorium reader too. Because
Okay.
and have that
And
same
then it would have the
functionality.
functionality, yeah, that
Yes.
Adobe doesn't have
So,
yet.
right. So
Yeah.
so I think that maybe this is the path of the future, and
Mm-hmm.
we will find maybe over the summer that um, more and more ebooks will be available, not in Adobe Digital Editions, but in other formats,
Mm-hmm.
including this reader.
Mm-hmm. Good point. Okay. Um, and then sorry, I went too fast there. The last platform that I wanted to quickly show is called Oxford Academic. Also contains tons of ebooks. along with articles, in this case, from the Oxford publisher. This is just to demonstrate, another platform and how it works. They're all kind of similar, but they all also work a little bit differently. So it's always fun figuring out the unique intricacies of each of the databases. So Oxford Academic, again, covers journal articles and books. For this particular case, I just want to look at books, so I'm going to select books from the beginning. Um, And it also contains material, very important here. It contains material that we don't have access to, that we don't own. So the first thing I would do is under availability on the left is you want to check off all content I have access to. Unless you're at the point, like if you're doing thorough research, um, you're and you want to find out what's out there and not just what we have, it's totally fine to leave that alone to identify things that you could get through interlibrary loan or something like that. In general, most people want what's, available easily. So we're going to limit to all content I have access to. I'm going to do a search for organized crime just for fun, as a phrase in quotes. There are other ways to narrow the results on the left. You can do broad subject category, the collection. Honestly, the only one that I think would be truly helpful might be the date range, which is at the bottom. So if you wanted to limit your results to only certain years of publication, you can do that from here as well. So I'm going to update my search. And Oxford, in some ways, is a little more straightforward because it doesn't have as many options as we've seen in the other sources. It does not have, as far as I can tell, an EPUB version for books. Most of the books you cannot actually download as a whole. There are some you will find once you open them, they will have a PDF button up here and you can download them, and they will be a simple PDF. On the flip side, there's no restriction to that use or how long you will have it. So if it's available as a full download, you can download it, keep it forever. They all do have access. They'll have an abstract of, description of the book. But if you scroll down, you'll get to the table of contents and all the chapters within. So all of them, you will have the ability to open chapters and then get the PDF to download that particular chapter. You are unlimited in Oxford of how many chapters you download at once. So there's no like 24-hour waiting period, and you own it. You own it forever. So you can download as many chapters of a book as you wish at the same time. Um, Similar to what we've seen before, you can annotate. Oh, I forgot to mention, I did not show the cite function. There is a cite function in both EBSCO and ProQuest as well that are actually a little more helpful. But there's a cite tool within every database. This particular one only gives one formatting option of the reference. On the plus side, it's the only one that will give you a chapter citation versus only the whole book if you're on a chapter page. On the flip side, it only has this particular format, which I think is Chicago, but someone can correct me. It is, funny thing, it is not Oxford and is definitely not APA. It's either Chicago or MLA. Or you can download the metadata to import into a bibliographic manager like Zotero, Mendeley, EndNote, RefWorks, etc. if you use one of those tools. Let's see. And that's pretty much the basics. Oxford is more straightforward again, as I said, but also limited in the functionality that you can get with what you download. And very few of them are available as full book PDFs at all. So those are just three examples of platforms that you may encounter using our ebooks. I did want to point you to our resource guide. We have an ebook database tutorial guide that provides tutorials on these and the other platforms that you may experience searching ebooks in our collections. So you can see here that there are many other platforms like JSTOR and Sage and Springer that you may encounter as well. So we have a guide that you can use if you want to explore more. You can also, of course, always reach out to us, any of the librarians with your questions, and we are happy to help at any time. Not too bad for minutes. All right. I'm going to stop sharing and welcome anyone to who has any questions, comments, thoughts. You are very, very welcome. It's a lot. It's a lot of information and a lot of navigating. The more you play with it, like anything else, the easier the easier it'll get.
And remember, typically people would just search ebooks from the home screen and not, and then land on an EBSCO ebook, a ProQuest ebook, or an Oxford ebook or something else.
Yeah.
We just wanted to show you by platform because they're different.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, and that's the tricky part for our users, honestly, for students. You don't really know where you're going to land platform wise when you're searching by topic. Like they all can, just like publishers, I mean, your journals can all look a little bit different. So it can be a little confusing to navigate all the different spaces, even though it's awesome that we provide access to so many different things, right? Yeah, Kathleen.
I'm just wondering if you would recommend that I mean, I know I can explore this on my own. I
Hmm.
think I'd like to drop in to the Wolfgram Library
Oh,
and get
please. Yeah,
started.
absolutely.
I love coming in. I'm just always running here and there. But
Good. Yeah.
I think that's what I'm
So
going to
you
do.
can either reach out to your liaison and schedule an appointment. You can drop in, and we have the research office in the main area of the main level where
Right.
we
I
have
know where you mean.
librarians. Yeah. So, anytime anybody who's there would be happy to go through it.
I
Sure.
think I'm going to do it Monday morning.
All right.
Thanks very
I'll
much.
probably be there. Of
Thanks.
course. Happy to have you. Any other questions or thoughts or comments? We're welcome to.
Yeah, I do have a question. My name is
Yeah.
Keita, and I missed one of library guides that you had up on the screen.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me.
That's what I said.
Let me go back. I probably did go a little too quickly on that part. Let's see. I can put that slide back up. There we go. It's under there is the URL at the top. It's also under our subject guides from the library homepage. So we have, if you go to the Wolfgram homepage, there's a tile for subject guides, and you can find this guide there as well. Oh, thank you, Heather. Heather put the link in the chat too.
Thank you so much.
Of course, absolutely. Hard to manage all the windows and all the things at the same time. Appreciate the assist. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us today, and go enjoy some of the beautiful, beautiful weather. And we hope to see you all soon.